Hi everyone, it's Erin. Welcome back. And if you're new here, I would love it if you would like this video and subscribe to the channel. But let's jump straight in because today I have a special topic for you. And this is this video is best suited, the information is best suited if you are in one of two scenarios. One, you are a leader of a team, or you are in a team, you're in a group that is working on a project or a specific deliverable to the organization. So stay tuned because today's video is all about the 5 roles you didn't know that you needed around you in order to be successful. And the thing about success, well, I suppose there's many metrics that you could define success, but the thing about success is you see it at the end when something gets launched or when something's successful, and there's lots of books out there on team building. I could go into the forming, storming, norming, performing stages in some future video. But here's the thing. A lot of times when we are forming together a team around us, if we're a team leader and we're looking at our direct reports and we're trying to figure out strengths and skill sets and what are the things we need to get done and what are the gaps that we have in our team, you're thinking very much from a skill set or perhaps even a culture fit or something like that. And if you are working on a organizational deliverable, whether that is in a project format or a different format initiative of some type, you are again generally looking at who are the people that need to be involved. Do I need people from legal? Do I need people from finance? Do I need people from sales? And you also are looking at skills. What are the skills that you need? What are the expertises? What are the craft expertises that you need? But what happens so often is you gather all of that and then things get really tough along the way, and there's communication breakdowns and all sorts of other challenges that emerge as you go through, and it costs quality, it costs time, it costs money, and it causes friction amongst the assembled group. So there's a diversity of personalities that you also need, and this isn't going and getting 5 more people to add to it. It's looking amongst the group and kind of mentally assigning these 5 personalities within the group, or making sure that all 5 of these personalities are covered. And you may have one individual that has more than one personality that's covered off. Our first personality is the straight shooter. This is the person who will tell it to you like it is when no one else is willing to. So if other people kind of talk in circles or don't want to tell you or don't want to let you know, and the higher up in an organization you go, the more often this is the case, because people can be afraid of the consequences. They can be afraid of being seen in a certain way. They can be maybe they're worried that you won't believe them, but you kind of need somebody that whispers the truths in your ear that you don't want to hear, and that you're going to kind of respect for giving you those truths. So I like to think of this person as the straight shooter, and this is a critical role to have around you as a leader, or if you are in a team working on an initiative or project deliverable. The second person that you need in your team is the college party leader. And this is the person that I like to think of as the person that champions whatever it is that you're trying to get done. So if you remember back to your college days, or maybe you're freshly out of college and you're not having to remember back at all, but there was always that one person that was like, party, and everybody would just kind of follow. You need to make sure that in your group you have one person who, as soon as they say the word party, everybody's ready to come along, and then your job is to make sure that they are on board with whatever thing your company, your team, your initiative, your project is trying to accomplish. Because once you get them on board, they will help cheerlead and champion and bring along everybody else. Otherwise, it's you as the leader or manager or the team leader kind of pushing and forcing, and what you don't want to do is push and force. You want a rallying of sorts. So that is a very, very critical role within the team. And by the way, if you are leading the team, or if you are a manager at work, one of these might actually be you. So it doesn't have to be 5 roles separate from you, but you should be very cautious of your blind spots or the belief that you're one of these roles when you're definitely in a role of authority. So if you're in a role of authority, you may want to choose these 5 roles distinctly separate from you, even when in other cases you can embody one or more of them. All right, moving on to personality number 3. I like to call this one the disbeliever. And this one drives me crazy, but they are so, so necessary. This is the person that challenges everything everybody says. Now, they're not challenging in a disrespectful way. They're challenging from a place of curiosity. They're challenging from a place of Okay, play that out. Let's see how it goes. So they're a bit devil's advocate, or maybe they come from a different department than the person who's like, oh, let's do it this way. And so they're just really trying to understand. And the superpower of having the disbeliever in a group is this. A lot of times an idea sounds great to a particular group or a department, or it sounds great in your head. But once that disbeliever comes in and they're really trying to understand, when that group tries to then further articulate the concept, everybody else in the team that's perhaps from different areas of the business or might have their own lens on will suddenly start to potentially see flaws and risks. And the goal of the disbeliever engaging in this dialogue is to push everyone to ensure that there aren't huge challenges down the road, not to stop a project and say, oh, we shouldn't be doing this. That is not the role of the disbeliever. The disbeliever is the one that helps you kind of get everything out on the table up front to minimize risk later. It minimizes friction, it minimizes massive challenges around time, quality, and money later on in the work that you're doing. So this is a critical role. For our fourth personality, inspo, the inspo. And this is the person who, when they join the group, the team that's working on something, they automatically elevate the entire standards of every single person in the group. This is the person who everyone looks at and they're like, oh, their work is so good. I'm looking at you over there. Your work is so good that I now need to do my best work. I need to show up at my best. I need to show up to the meetings that are required. I need to get my work done on time. I don't need somebody coming around and nagging me to finish this up or finish that up, because that person is in the group that makes everyone better. So this person I like to refer to as the inspo. They inspire the entire group to level up one or more levels. So when we talk about high performing teams, this is that team that's like 1%, each person gets like 1% better. And if you have a team of 6, that's a 6% improvement just because you've pulled in this one particular person. And you know who those people are in your organization. We are on to personality number 5 that you need in your team. And this is the last critical personality in your team. I refer to this personality as the harmonizer. This is the glue that kind of holds everyone together. They are aware of the different emotions in the team. They're very empathetic. They're very compassionate. They don't mind going whenever questions pop up. They're the first one to pull out a notepad or make sure somebody's taking notes. They are keeping an eye on tensions between team members, and making sure whoever is heading things up, or they're doing their own part and kind of heading things off at the pass, or making sure that whoever's sort of running it understands maybe some of the dynamics and tensions. They work on de-escalations, and they also go and find answers. So inevitably, as you're working along on an initiative, a project, a piece of work, questions arise and we need to go talk to this person, go talk to that person. And this person who is the glue is generally seen as a very neutral party. And so it's very easy for them to go talk to sales and to go talk to finance and to go talk to engineering, and they're well received in all of those areas, and they can go out and gather all of the answers to the questions that the group has got. But their most important role within the group is to make sure that there's harmony before escalation, or before tensions get too escalated. All right, so let's summarize the 5 roles. We've got the straight shooter, we've got the college party leader, we've got the inspo, we've got the harmonizer, and we've got the disbeliever. So those are your 5 roles that you need in any working group in order for the working group to perform at its absolute top best. So I challenge you, if you are a leader, look at your current team. Do you have these 5 roles around you? If you don't, you have blind spots you don't see, but I guarantee you other people see them and have a view about you that you are not even aware of. And if you are in a team and you think one of these roles is missing, I challenge you to use your voice and talk to whoever has formed the team and share with them what you think is missing, because it will save the project so much heartache around time, quality, money, tensions, and it will take your team from high performing to extraordinary. All right, thank you. Have a great day.